everyone, so today I'm going to be talking about another Doctor Who episode, and this is episode 2 of the second season, Tooth and Claw. I know a few people have asked me what my favourite Doctor Who season is, and about my favourite episodes and things, and I always say season 2 is my absolute favourite. It always has been since it aired, it always will be my favourite season, apart from, unless they decide to make a really perfect series. But I find that every series has a kind of fault in it, a weak episode. Tooth and Claw is not a weak episode though, I have to admit that. I really do enjoy Tooth and Claw. It aired in April of 2006, so it was over 4 years ago. Yet, it's still fresh in my mind, despite the fact that I've seen it, I probably watch it once a year. You know, there are some episodes like New Earth, Girl in the Fireplace, The Unquiet Dead, episodes that I'll watch several times a year. But Tooth and Claw, I watch it maybe once a year, so I've not seen it that much compared to the rest. But every time I watch it, I always think to myself, you know, why don't I watch this any more than I do? It is absolutely brilliant. So it's set in 19th century Scotland, which is really nice for David to go back to his, I was going to say home planet then, his home country if you like. And it's set in Balmoral, Portwood, where they meet Queen Victoria, and they have to save, they being the Doctor and Rose, have to save the Queen from a werewolf and also warrior monks. The werewolf obviously is kind of a creepy thing because he's not always a werewolf, he's a warrior monk to start off with, which in itself is creepy. If there was a warrior, a really feisty kind of person in a cage in the middle of the Queen's in the middle of Balmoral, I would be terrified. And then the fact that he's a werewolf at the same time really gives me the chills because I really don't like werewolves. I'm terrified most of all of vampires, and then second to that, werewolves. They're really creepy. So I don't like the fact, well no, I like the fact that it's a werewolf because it adds to the fear factor. But you know what I mean. I don't like the fact that it's a werewolf, but I like what it adds to the show because werewolves are scary. It's weird not having an episode that doesn't have. It's weird having an episode that doesn't have that much sort of alien tech in it. You know, there's no like Cybermen, there's no Daleks or Slitheen or anything. The things in it are technically from our planet, or myths from our planet and things like that. So it is really enjoyable. It's a bit different from any of the other episodes. I like the fact that it's set in the past. Most of the episodes nowadays are set in the future or in present day or in a different world present day. Whereas most of the other episodes were set in the past, which I really like them. I am a history nut. It does mean a lot to me. The fact that Queen Victoria was in it as well makes it just a little bit more different because it gives us a figure that we know of, but shows us her in a new way. You know, they make her a bit more comic, a bit more different to perhaps the Queen Victoria we read about in books, but still keeping her true to her character as well. So I really like that. I really like the fact that Billie tries to do a Scottish accent as well. I am half Scottish, so my accent is half Scottish, and quarter everything else really. My accent is messed up. But the fact that Billie tries to do a Scottish accent, I really do like. I also love what Billie's wearing. She's wearing like the pink t-shirt and the denim dungarees, denim dungaree dress. And I really do like it. I know it's weird, but I have a fascination with Rose's wardrobe. I don't know why it is, I just do. So I really like what she's wearing in this episode. It's directed by Ruth, who I've mentioned 4 or 5 other times maybe. It's a name that I'm starting to come across more and more, and a name that I am definitely going to look out for more. It's also written by Russell T Davies, who, as I've said in every other Doctor Who episode that I've talked about, as soon as you see the name Russell T Davies next to a Doctor Who episode, you can guarantee pretty much that it is going to be just perfection. I've never watched an episode with any involvement of Russell T Davies and sat and thought that it was abysmal. There might be an episode that I don't like as much, but there's never been one that I'm, repulsed by. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how much would I recommend Tooth and Claw? 7. It's not up there with my favourite. I don't like it as much as New Earth and Amy's Choice and Rose and The Unquiet Dead and things. But I do like it, and I like it more than, I don't know, Fear Her, Love and Monsters, those ones. I really do enjoy it. If you're a first-time Doctor Who fan, I wouldn't suggest watching this first of all because it doesn't really portray the show as much as I feel other episodes do. But if you are a Doctor Who fan, even if you haven't seen this series, but you know what the show's about and you understand the concept, then it is definitely worth watching in any order. I As I said, brilliant episode, not one of my favourites, but still good enough. It's on the Series 2, first DVD disc, and it's also in the box set as well. And that's all I want to say about this. Brilliant episode, as I said, not my favourite, but still quite high up there. Please feel free to leave comments and things and let me know your thoughts on this or anything else in general. If you have any requests for any videos, Doctor Who related or otherwise, please let me know, and I will see you next time. Bye guys!